Yo, I'm all for players bringing up mental health issues.
Yeah.
But the day DeMar DeRozan started talking about depression, it revealed everything to me. It fit all the pieces into why during the playoffs he seems to be the only one afraid of LeBron James. What's your thoughts?
Well, I want to be careful with what I say because, mental health is a real thing. And, there's a lot of people who deal with it. So I want to be careful how I put it. But, with DeRozan, yeah, man. Okay. Let me say, the moment that stood out to me the most, I know we've had this conversation where I realized, DeRozan just wasn't that guy. And, is when things got tough and everyone was leaning on him like, yo, we need a bucket. Like, against the Cleveland series, I think it was in 2017. I think 17 when we were on a drought, and they ran a play for DeRozan. Larry gave the ball to DeRozan. DeRozan passed it back right away, and then Larry threw it right back at him like, go. Like, he's like, yo, go. And then DeRozan just settled for a bad jumper, and it missed. And his confidence was a shot.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, I realized, yo, he's really not the guy. And
it hurt me.
And I don't know. I can't really say it's because of depression or whatever in this scenario, because to me it's like you got it or you don't. If you're paid to be the franchise player, to be this guy, you train and you say you talk a talk,
right,
that makes us believe in you, like, yo, okay, DeRozan got this and whatnot, but then when it matters the most, you fold and you look small and you look, you have this question. It's like, to me, I don't know. I can't say, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional. I can't say this is related to mental health. But if it is, then, you know what I mean, then you put yourself in a position where you're not that, that guy.
Right. And that's, you said it perfectly. Like, put yourself in a position where the load is not all on your shoulders. The reason why I bring up mental, like the moment DeRozan starts speaking about mental health, and I'm with you. Like, I'm all for advocating for mental health is a real thing. Like, depression, like, that's a real thing. Trust me, I would know. But the reason why I'm bringing that up and associating it to basketball, because we have another example of this. Paul George. Yo, when the Clippers were playing this year in the playoffs, I was telling people, I'm like, yo, they're gonna win. They got the best team. Kawhi's that dude, etc., etc. And I'm a big Paul George fan. Big Paul, even like from back in his Indiana days. As soon as he got drafted, I knew he would be. I felt like he would be something. And so even in the struggles early on in the playoffs, I'm like, yo, don't worry. They're just rounding in a form. They'll come around. You know what I mean? They'll work through the kinks and come around. But then the brother gets on. He had that game and he got on TV. This guy was talking like he is coming out the sunken place. You know what I mean? And it's like, bro, if that's where your mental state is, and we all go through it, it just reveals that, like, mental toughness, depression, it plays a part in how these players respond on the court. There was a player, Royce White. He was vocal about his struggles. It was about maybe 7-8 years ago, vocal about, his mental health and anxiety and all that type of stuff. But when I saw Paul George make those statements, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I hope he breaks through it. I don't think he'll ever be the same player again. When you put that out there, especially to your competitors, I don't think he'll ever be the same player again, that we've known him to be prior to the bubble.
Well, he's lucky. He's lucky KG's retired.
That's exactly the play that came in my mind, because a guy like that, you know what he's gonna do.
Hard times always bring out the best in me. My brothers.